Okay, you guys. This is from Mace Kingsley Family Center, dated March 6, 2025. You're really going to love this one. The worst crime most Scientology parents commit. Can't imagine why they'd be deflecting. Could you guys? Is demanding the child, demanding, because children should be demanded from. The child be far better and brighter than he or she can manage, productive. At once. This has the effect of making the child feel, because everybody knows how children feel, that he can't really do anything to please his parents. More conditional love, more production, more upstats. More RPF, more ethics, more overts and withholds, more KRs written on children. This has the effect of making the child feel that he can really do anything to please his parents, and that he is thus failing them. How about the parents failing the children? How about that, you guys? Do you guys see the inversion? You know they do that in black magic, right? And some satanic circles. The right thing to do, because LRH, the black tooth, pot-bellied, drug-addicted, alcoholic, convicted felon, stolen valor, Navy, allegedly, officer, who worked in I forget. Intelligence thinks that kissing a child, a little girl, 7 years old on the lips, from a full-grown man is okay. Thinks that little boys are the stuff. This has the effect of making the child feel that he can't really do anything to please his parents. You notice, too, the child is making the child an object instead of saying the daughter or the son or the children of the parents, something like that, which is more personalized. You notice that? Remember, I talked about that before. Will do anything to please his parents, and that he is thus failing them. Not the other way around, right? Kind of like all the inversions we're seeing right now, but, mental illness is supposed to be normal, right? The right thing to do is to acknowledge what the child, like an object, the child, like the child that you pull off the shelf. Narcissism much? That the child, like your daughter or your son or Joey or Anna, thinks he can do or is all right. And they didn't know it's the policy or the book this comes from. Otherwise, you are evaluating for the pre-clear. And that's a code break. A code break, everyone. Don't want to break the codes, do we? No, actually, I do want to break the codes. A child seeking the approval of his parents. Blacktooth, Potbelly, LRH talked about that a lot. Always the children looking for approval, which they never get, by the way. Of his parents is always inventing new tricks to attract attention. You see, that is written allegedly by LRH, whom had no love for children, has no compassion, no empathy, which is narcissistic and in some cases psychopathic. Giving advice on how to make children productive. Adults in small bodies that they are. A child seeking the approval of his parents is always inventing new tricks to attract attention. No, that's a child who wants love, by the way. Remember how Jenna talked about that? So many of the Scientology children have talked about this. But, of course, the children locked up in rooms in Scientology right now don't have that option, do they? This means the child is already feeling neglected without reason. Without reason, you guys. I'm saving the F-bombs for another time, I guess. But is not in itself any bad sign. A child groveling for attention and love. Not a bad sign, you guys. Acknowledge the tricks. The tricks that the children do. That's projection much? Because narcissists and people that don't give an F about children, kind of like some of the LAPD officers, always project what they think and how they operate. Acknowledge the tricks, like what a narc does, and spend more time with the child, which they're not allowed to do in Scientology. But that's when the parent should stand up and say, the F with this, right? Oh, here's the disgusting policy that apparently the FBI, Department of Justice, Child Protective Services, none of them could get a hold of this, you guys, until 2025 when the internet is raging out of control. LRH Ability Issue 110, late December 1959. Techniques, not child rearing, not child development, techniques, kind of like MK Ultra. Techniques of child processing, you guys. Because all children need to be processed, like meat. Regarding instilling confidence. And then they put this big fake picture of this dad with his child. I don't know if this guy is a Scientologist, but this is public record, so I will leave a link in the description box. Like and subscribe if you choose. Otherwise, have an amazing day or night wherever you are. Peace.